All right, good evening, everyone. If you're just joining us, we are here at the final day of the Polite Games. And in the first matchup today, we have Nanyang Polytechnic versus Singapore Polytechnic.
All right, hey, welcome everyone. Hey, this is AKA your father from KUTC right here. And of course, you forget to introduce yourself again. Yeah,
it's on purpose, Gerald.
It's on purpose, all right. So, yeah, definitely we have two matches that we are looking right here. So, the first one, let's look at the list from NYP.
Yep. Well, we've got the captain, Kyron Katata. I'm sure he's a familiar player to basketball fans.
Right, of course, we have the first five right here. Of course, Kiran, Akiyama, Christopher, which is all the Div 1 player, Raphael, and Amiru. Then we're going to go straight into Singapore Poly.
Right. So, captain is number 15, Ki Ti-en. Vice captain, number 6, So Jing-lun. And the other players, we have first year, Shafi, number 4, Josh, number 26, EJ, number 17. Wait, who are we missing? Oh, number 35, Muhammad Faisal. This completes the lineup. I mean, the starters for today.
All right,
So, from the looks of things, number 35, he's got Zahid printed on the back of his shirt, so I guess that's what he prefers to be called.
Yeah, we missed out looking at the standings of the match today, and definitely we are looking at, this is, I would say, the third and fourth already. Although NP lost the last match, but I would say from the standing itself, I'm not so sure how accurate is the standing because it's sent by SG local guide, our SG local guide.
Pretty accurate so far.
They make a mistake
I
for
know,
the Raffles Cup.
Exactly, but they printed it straight away, right? We've got a tip off, and straight away Shafi's in control of the ball, making one of his tricky passes. They kick it out to him again. He's got the first shot.
Right down the rebound, picked up by Kiran all the way.
We've got number 14. Slashes to the rim, but doesn't quite make it. I guess both sides are taking a bit of time to settle down. Let's see.
It is always the case. I think the first few minutes, right, they kind of like, try to get the court, try to warm up itself, get the run, trying to see who's going to get the tempo first.
Yeah, so first off, I've got the cameraman in front of me, so I can't see that shot. I assume that was a 3. I assume that was a 3. So
yeah, it's a 3. Let's go.
Yeah, Zahid going up for the putback, but misses it. He's taking a bit of time to settle down, and we've got NP Amiru giving it to Akiyama. Hands it out to Kyron, decides to settle things down and start again.
I think this year is a bit different because, very different from the last Polite that we always see throughout the years. More and more of these young players are actually Div 1 players now. Look at Kiran, look at Christopher. They're all from Tangshan playing Div 1.
And I think, in fact, Shafi just came back from Indonesia a few days ago with this kind of like the national select team.
Right.
I don't know if it's the actual national team, if it's a select team.
Yeah, and he's definitely he's also from Hornets, from Intak as well. Yeah.
But speaking of taking time to settle down, we just saw a missed open layup then, and the crowd reacted to that. So Akiyama gets the steal, gives it back to Kyron.
7-0 right from the start. NYP dominating the game.
Well, feed it to the low post. Big man with a little hook. Soft touch gets it in. Yeah, at 9-0, you'd think that when you think you're going to call timeout, and the trap in the corner is successful. Number 14. Redemption layup. Raphael gets 2 points, and
here we go, the first timeout. The coach Dan? Yeah, that's Coach Dan, right? Coach Dan. Yeah, right. So
Yep.
I think it's an emergency necessary. 2.5 minutes down, and it's already 11-0.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a particularly fast game, but if you look at the scoreline, 11-0, yeah, that's not good. So SP got to find themselves. Now, well, let's look at the SP squad, right? I'd say, like how you're pointing out earlier, I think Nanyang Poly has like more players that have had more match experience this year at a high level, not just Division 1, you know, because like the Tangsan players, they started off in Division 2, won Division 2 and worked their way up to Division 1, so they've had plenty of practice, you know, since the start of 2024. Okay, let's see if SP can make a difference after the timeout.
But they actually did exceptionally well during the last year IVP, I would say.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They almost even won NUS. They gave a hard time to NTU.
Okay.
Right, so it is something that everybody is expecting them to perform better, although they are not so sure if this year they would have the chance to advance to the IVP segment.
Right, so it's basically the winner of this game that gets to go, right?
Right.
So that's the significance. They're punching the ticket to IVP.
But having to look at it, there's a lot more for SP to catch up, to kind of like organize themselves as of now so that they can get the pace in.
Yeah, even just that play before, right? It took a couple of tries before, you know, Zahid got the put back and they finally scored. Let's see if he can
so Zahid
go up this time. He's an athletic player, but, you know, still not finding his touch. Ooh, there's a block by Shafi.
And of course, I think one of their main player, which is Edward, he's actually sitting at the bench. He told me that he actually torn his ACL, so he's out for about 3 months. So yeah, he's actually the big man, the power forward for SP.
Yeah, so I mean, we just had okay. There's way too many layups being missed for a game at this level.
What is happening?
Right?
Okay,
Shafi makes up for the previous missed layup by sinking a 3. 3 is always better than 2. So Kyron getting past the press, but turning the ball over. Let's see if Zahid still can't get a break, but he does draw a foul, and I think he's going to go to the line.
I think at least at this very 2 minutes where they, after the timeout, they actually try to catch up just a little bit for them. You know, they stop NYP from going further and trying to get that little by itself.
And they're kind of getting the place that they want, but they're just not, the ball's just not going in, right? Whether it's nerves or... Yeah, see, like that one as well. Let's see if he can put this one in. Nope. They get the put... Oh, doesn't get the put back either.
Again.
That's like stat padding, man. Well, he's got a lot of rebounds by now. It'd be nice if it was matched with points.
Add on 3 to the stats.
Exactly. Yeah, it would be better if that was also accompanied by the points. So, number 22 pulls up for 3.
Martin Umar from NYP.
Zahid finds Shafi across the court. Spins. Hands off a tricky pass.
He didn't get not enough chemistry from there.
Yeah. Josh wasn't quite ready for that.
There's too much of NBA Yuki. The no-look pass, everybody now trying to go for the dime.
Yeah, you're faking your own teammates as well. Well, that's the thing. On the Neon side, Akiyama does that quite a bit as well. He likes these sort of tricky passes.
Take shot from the game, rebound.
Bounced out of the rim. Well, Zahid managed to stop that. You know, like how coaches, they always go, don't jump, right? Pump fake, pulls up at the elbow.
Nice.
Finds the man on the basket, but
the boys has to get in the basket. I think too accurate on the 3-point, but then missing all the under the basket shots.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't say they're too accurate either. They've made some, but it's not enough to close the gap. Meanwhile, Nanyang's going a simpler route. Short mid-range. Short jumper. And Ije loses the ball near the baseline. SP putting in fresh legs, see if anything can change. So who have we got on the floor right now? Wun Zhenling, is it? No, that's... We've got Zijie and...
Intersected all the way, SP Shafi. Oh, missed the layout again.
I know, when he was going up, it looked like he couldn't make up his mind whether he was going to release it from under or above, and it kind of ended up being neither, right? So what do you think it is? Nerves? Oh, 16-8.
Yeah, 16-8. I think it's still very early for us to talk about, who's going to dominate this. I think SP has, they came out slow, but they are catching up slowly. They just need to make a bit of, take the opportunity to go for the under basket. They have a tall guy, number 35.
Yeah, who's pretty athletic. And look,
right.
Despite how it seems like, they're missing a lot of under baskets, the score isn't that difficult to close. The gap isn't that difficult to close.
Oh, good. The Euro, the side.
Energetic Euro, but doesn't quite go in. Kick it out to him. That mid-range from Amirul is short. Now we have Tien. Back to... It's not Zijie, it's actually Tae-Ji-Ze. I don't know how you pronounce that. Yeah, do you think that's a pinyin name or... Okay. Zahid finds himself almost all the way to the basket. Decides to kick it out. Let's see if Shafi converts another one. No, it's quite short, but 3 white shirts under the basket for that rebound, and somehow there's a gap. Kyron sees it and takes the opportunity. They're up to 18 now. Still an 8-point gap. Oh, I was about to say Nanyang aren't pressing quite as adamantly as they were before, but they still managed to trap that. So I think NYP seems to be a little bit more aggressive with the defense at the moment.
Right there, I think it's kind of like they're trying to score, but they want to kind of like hold the lead a little bit. I think now is point in time where it's not about trying to go and annihilate them, getting that 20, 30, 40 points difference, but more is to win the game. Shafi's called for 2.
All right, Shafi pull up from the elbow. Yeah, the shots are not quite falling, and they were getting to the basket a few times, but just not making them.
Could it be because of the fan? I always think adding a fan at the ceiling, will it actually affect the trajectory of the shot?
Well, we were saying before that this fan is actually placed in a very weird position. It's not actually...
in the middle, right? It's kind of like to the side.
Oh. Well, Kyron sings a 3 at the buzzer. The crowd is appreciating that. Still to be a clutch play.
The long
Shafi finds Zahid. His foot is on the line, but the referee put his hands up for 3. Did you see that? I reckon his foot was on the line. Well, he nearly got the steal, but, Nanyang have it under the control. Yeah, people getting to the rim today is just not making their layups. Zahid gets a block.
Right. That's it is? Okay.
Yeah, come on. At this level, give them some credit. That was Zhi Xuan. 2 points on the board.
All the way pass to the corner. Takes a shot, no good. Rebound by
Alright.
SB.
EJ securing the rebound. Zahid dangerously close to the midcourt line.
Just look
Keeps it
at
under control.
how tall is Zahid actually. You know, that long arm span.
Yep. And he's got
Just,
hops.
oh.
It's back to back. He's feeling it now.
21,
And all of a
18.
sudden, it's a 3-point game.
Right. The last 3 seconds.
Ooh, it's a little bit of a rush play there.
21 to 18.
Yeah, 3-point game all of a sudden. Just with 2 threes made by Zahid. Yeah, I guess he decided that because he was trying to do like post plays in the
Yes.
beginning, just wasn't finding his touch.
Right,
and he's
right.
like, well, it's not working inside, I'll just go outside.
It's the Victor Wimbama of SP.
Yeah, it's
Tall
nice.
and long.
I don't know, I was thinking more of a Kevin Durant actually.
Okay,
Yeah,
you can give it. We can give it to the young blood. You know. I think Kevin Durant is.
All right, we apologize for that interruption. One of the fans tripped over a power cable and some of the equipment went offline. That's because this is a pretty crowded arena today. So right now we're still at a 3-point gap. Few personnel changes. Nanyang have introduced Raphael, number 14, and Isaac, number 27, on the court. And on the Singapore Poly side, they've pretty much kept with the same players. Captain still on the floor, along with the starters. Except for Jize, like Jize. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your name. Maybe what he needs is a nickname. So they've got Isaac as a playmaker now instead of Kyron. And nearly loses the ball. Kicks it out. Shooter, sinks a 3. That's number 7, Woon Junling. That's like 3. Shafi's answer ball. Doesn't quite have the answer. So it's back to Kyron as a playmaker now. He's got a screen. Doesn't use it. Decides to go for a shot. Isaac hands it over to Junling. I think Singapore Poly are looking like they have the advantage on the rebounding side.
Definitely. Yeah. I guess definitely we Shahid, Zahid, okay, being so tall, right?
Yep.
From the outside, from the inside,
Yeah.
I think he's a kind of like a threat to NYP now.
Yeah. And also, he managed to get a few stops right on the basket. There was that block, right? So I think that's got to kind of play on the minds of the slashers who want to go in, right? When you know that your teammate's just been blocked. So yeah, maybe he's more Wemby than Kevin Durant. I was just thinking Kevin Durant because at that point, where I was saying that first three that he made, it looked like his foot was on the line. It was like Game 7, Kevin Durant's shoe being too big.
But I guess it's always the referee's angle, You don't always get it fair. I would say the game of basketball is kind of how, the referee games is really how you try to mitigate, how you try to angle yourself, how you try to play with the rules.
Yeah, and the referees are they're told to stand where they stand for a reason to try and get as much as possible. But sometimes if they don't see something, they don't see something, right? You just gotta be good enough so that your wins and losses are not affected by a couple of bad calls. Right, number 27 attempts. That's a lot of 3-point
again,
shooting
away.
that Nanyang is going for.
Again, snatched away by Zahid.
All right.
Oh, picks up the way. Now it's back to back. Very fast paced by NYP.
Yep, gives it to Raphael. Hands it over to Isaac.
Well, Raphael has a very nice shoe. I think that's the
Oh yeah.
Devin's Booker new shoe. Yeah, it's a new shoe.
Oh. That wasn't a block, right? It was just a weird release, and he kind of bricked it all by himself.
But what can we expect? Karan being the rock star at NYP. So we kind of like do this whole promotion actually later for the IT versus MP, where you have a lot of HOB players. All the rock stars are coming out. It's very good to see because during Milo Cup they represent their own club and everything, and now they're all being at the different schools representing themselves.
Yeah, it's also a different matchup, and that's what I wanted to see as well. That now that they have different teammates, how is it changing his game? Shafi showing off his handles.
That crossover.
Yeah, he's just got a really sort of shifty change of pace, very tight handles, but unfortunately, we didn't get to see good finishing with that play.
I do hope the next level of national players will definitely, I would think they'll definitely be better with all these kids going up, getting very mature, playing in Div 1. Now they understand the game of how basketball is going to move. It's not going to be a run and gun, fast break every time, but it's more, how can we control, how with all the handles, all the skill comes in, I would think Singapore will stand a fairly, I would say better standard in the near future. Yeah. I don't want to say they can win, but then yes.
I think definitely the games are getting more fun to watch, right? The players are more skilled. There's a lot more variety, right? If you look at the passing, the handles, the shooting. The reason why I hesitated when you said that was, I'm just thinking because in our neighboring countries, I guess, the level is going up too. And the thing that seems to be getting us most of the time is the physicality and the size.
That's right.
Right? I mean, looking at the 10 that are on the floor right now, we don't really have size.
Right, so I think NYP going in for a substitution.
Oh, Kyron's getting a break.
Right, getting a break, and we have number 6,
Jovan.
I think Jovan, they'll say he's from SBA, if I'm not wrong. Hey, come on, check if you know who are they from. Just
no, that's a different Jovan.
They will tell me this Jovan.
This Jovan as well?
Yeah, they will tell me this Jovan, I know.
Well, because I know that the ITE Jovan was from SBA.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It must be a different Jovan.
Yeah.
So in the chat, if you guys, want to write in the chat, tell us, let us know a little bit about, all these players. We really want them to shine, not from the school itself, but of course they as a player.
Yeah, I believe, let's see who are the players that have had, NBL experience.
Oh, Zahid misses both of the free throw.
So
Possession goes back to NYP.
Raphael hands it over to. Okay, that's I think Shafi showing off his wingspan.
Comes up a different level. Shafi really comes up a different level, I would say, compared to the this level isn't like too much for him.
No, so I was thinking of like the sort of first year players, right? Actually, is Kyron a first year? No, he isn't. I think he's a second year, is he?
No, I think it's the first year.
Is he first year? Yeah. Well, like Shafi's the first year, but you know, both of them have had Div 1 experience already this year, right? Shafi was with the Hornets, and Kyron, as we were talking about earlier this year, you know, had Div 2 all the way up to Div 1.
Right, again they go for the timeout with 51.3 seconds. NYP leading 33-24. We can kind of do a replay.
Yeah, I think with that lead, that's why Kyron's getting a break. Yeah, so I guess the thing that would be interesting to know is like, who are the seniors on the team? Right. So I'll admit this is my first year watching Polite. So if you haven't played in BDiv, I'm sorry, I don't know who you are. But yeah, what do you think the level of play? I mean, if you're comparing this and say like, you know, some of the Div 1 and Div 2 games,
I think it's always,
you
know, in the Div 1, we still have the veteran players that are still in there.
Yeah.
They're still guiding. In terms of the play style, it's also different because we are a little bit more physical. We play the inside game a little bit more. There are more passes, less of the 3 points, while these kids are more influenced by the new age of basketball. So it's still different. I would say even Kyron, he's like a superstar. This is my almost honest opinion.
Okay.
He's a superstar right here. Okay, but Div 1, you see he kind of like, he's still getting his pace, trying to adjust. Oh, you know, it's more intense, it's more physical. So, yeah, more for these kids to learn by playing for Div 1 or even for the overseas game.
Yeah, I think energy level's good, like, because everyone's just kind of like bouncy and speedy here. But you're right, I think the intensity is not quite the same. So, Akiyama comes out. He's got some shifty moves as well, but no, in this situation, it's a bit of it's led to a turnover.
And one.
All right. SP is starting to make their layups now. Each is going to the line for that N1. So right now for SP, we have Tan Wee Yang, number 12, on the floor as well. Checking into the game for the first time. And for Nanyang, we have number 0, Christopher Michael. And yeah, number 6, Jovan Na. He looks fairly young, but
right, so out of bounds, possession goes back to SP. Just what I was saying. So, okay, now possession sticks back to NYP.
Oh, it's picking them up full court now, huh? But it's all right. Amiru was not worried about that pressure.
Oh,
in fact, makes a sneaky cut and gets an under basket.
Good chemistry running.
Okay, back out to Shafi. He's looking for options. Pull up at the free throw line. The jumpers haven't been really working for Zahid. He's had much better results with the threes. They kick it out. Jovan hesitant a little bit.
As he tips away, very strong defense. Using defense, trying to overcome. Although they are still short by 11 points, 35-26.
Oh, it's 9 now because there was a.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
my math is bad. Yeah, 9 points.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Yeah, so they've
trying to
actually
go
been
to-
without Kyron for quite a few minutes. Big man muscles his way in. Gets a kind of a half jump, half hook shot.
Oh, he can run too. Now he's turned.
Few successive turnovers. Christopher Michael to the hoop. Number 6 manages to keep the ball in, gives it to Wei Yang, but this turnover. Yeah, the pace is kind of picked up, but not for a really good reason. There's kind of a lot of turnovers on both sides right now. They try and trap them at half court, but Shafi finds Zahid.
Referee calls for the reach-in. I think number 0, Christopher. So Yi Chen got substituted out, and we have number 15.
Ki Tian, the captain,
Right, the captain's coming in.
back on the floor. Zahid at the line again.
I think the strategy of having Tian coming in is to really stop Christopher. You're looking at the size ratio.
Yeah, it's true.
Their strategy is there.
Yeah, because Christopher did kind of, he just did a few bully ball plays earlier on, right?
So Zahid is out.
Yeah, he gets a breather. So we've got Amiru casing the floor now. I'm surprised at how long they've kept Kyron out. Give it to Akiyama.
They are winning. I guess that's the whole point.
Yeah. He's going to drive. He's going to dish. No.
Oh,
yeah, no,
blocks
he
away.
does dish.
SB goes for the run.
Oh, well, yeah, Christopher Michael. Size on both ends, being an intimidating presence.
Tian. Pass down.
Wei Yang.
Oh, nice
that's
cut
a
in.
nice cut.
Good play, ball movement.
I was pessimistic about the finish after the first quarter, but that went in. Good for them. So, Shafi picking up his man past the half-court line.
Less than 2 minutes to go. 11 points down.
Yeah, they can't seem to close the gap. Right, I mean, there's turnovers on both sides, but, SP are just not getting ahead. So, even though they were sort of picking them up full court, wasn't exactly
That's a very high 3.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, Nanyang are a little bit more relaxed with their defense now. I mean, they were kind of positioned up there, but they weren't really pressing them, Oh, Christopher Michael decides to go for a 3. No, but they've got the offensive
Come
board.
on,
Doesn't
under
do
the
anything with it.
basket. They need to get this under the basket.
Okay, let's see. I don't know what it is, but they've got an open. Well, Shafi decides to go for 3 instead. Transition 3. Doesn't work for them. Amiru comes back. Christopher kind of trying to screen, but ends up getting in his way. The guard decides to hand him the ball instead.
Christopher to the line.
Let's see, we've got number 5 ready to check in. Nash. Nope.
Oh,
Kyron comes back in. He comes back in for Joven. And I think number 5, Nash, seems to be standing at the sideline. I think he's going to sub the shooter. Kyron comes in and pulls up for a 3 straight away. Christopher, a little soft touch. Big man has a soft touch. 2 points with that floater. Shafi gets the ball across the court quickly. Gets it back again. Dishes it off. All right. That's Tian. Is that his second layup in a row? So it's the Kyron versus Shafi matchup now.
10 seconds to the first half of the game. Trying to
Gonna
find
use up the
Kyron.
clock. Oh, that is nearly a travel. But yeah, you could see that time. Bully ball, right? Christopher is kind of bashing his way in and sends Shafi flying out.
Right, and we have the first half of the game. NYP 43 and SP 32. Right,
11
and then
points.
we're gonna take for the quick break and come back after the second half of the game. Peace out.
And before that, I am going to introduce you to the KOTC app. The KOTC app helps you to match and find players at your nearest court all around in Southeast Asia to play a 1v1 battle. Most cool about this app is that you can upload your recorded game into the app. It has an AI tracking feature to track your score, shooting percentage, and your shooting posture to help you to improve your game. You can then review your stats in your profile. And not only that, you will be able to gain experience points to help you to level up and get rewards like the rings. You can use the rings to redeem for merchandise in our in-app e-commerce store. Also, there is a leaderboard for all of you to climb to the top, and the top few will be invited to our tournaments and get camp prizes and rewards. Right now, if you subscribe to the annual subscription for the MVP package, you will be given a KOTC starters, which consists of the t-shirt, our KOTC t-shirt, and also a 50% off to all the tournaments that's happening throughout the year. Just for $26.98, we are going to give you 3 more months free subscription if you sign up and you see this video. So what are you waiting for? Search and download KOTC Basketball at the Google Play and App Store right now. Back to the video.
All right, we're back to the second half. And yeah, so we talked about number 0 from Nanyang Poly quite a bit earlier. And on my list, his name is given as Christopher Michael, so we were referring to him as Christopher. But I think Christopher might actually be his last name. I'm not sure, because according to my scouting report, I have Michael being described as the big man of the team, the pillar of the defense, and is able to shoot as well. This is my scouting report courtesy of Coach Darren from Hustle Basketball Academy. So I'm sorry, Christopher, if your name is actually Michael, we'll be calling you Christopher the whole time.
Yeah, actually we call him Michael. Yeah,
Oh, really?
we call him Michael. I knew it from last year's Milo Cup.
Really? You didn't correct me?
Yeah,
and you
it's
let me-
okay. I mean, that's both his name, you know.
So
kind of like,
Christopher is his last name,
yeah.
right? Okay.
So we're gonna go with the shot clock. Go. So possession. Now to SP. So
Okay.
Josh is in.
The captain is still in, Shafi's in, Zahid's in, and I think number 17 is Jie, right? So yeah, Singapore probably kind of don't go through their rotation as much as Nanyang. I guess Nanyang, I don't know, is that because they have a deeper team or they just a little bit more adventurous
Yeah, just now
with
was
their
a very
rotations?
very good pass by Josh. Right straight, kind of use the paint. Kiran showing off the handle, takes a three.
A little bit short. Ije has the rebound, gives it to Shafi, speeds up. Oh. Recognized that the defense was a little bit sluggish and was trying to get to the basket first. But, you know, Nanyang did figure out what he was trying to do after a while.
Shafi takes three
Comes off
and
the
it's
screen,
in.
pulls up for a three.
Number 4.
Well, we're
easy
down to
for
a
Shafi.
single-digit gap now. Kyron calling for play. All right, so number 19, Gurkri, is that how we pronounce your name? Shafi thought about the three, nope, gives it to King, gives it to the captain.
Tough. Very tough.
Yeah, he's made a few of these like really decisive cuts to the basket, right? It's good, and he's finishing them. All right, the SP bench trying to hype their teammates up.
When Christopher Michael is out, they really need, you know, I think the captain sees it that I need to drive in. We need to go inside, get the points from the paint.
Yeah,
This is our only chance because, you know, threes, I would say if you are not on form, you probably won't get a lot of threes.
yeah,
Yeah, so the best way is get near to the basket.
that's true. Yeah, so they are closing the gap.
Great hustle.
It's a good pass, but I think EJ wasn't quite ready for it, and
Amiru makes the layup.
Amiru cashes in on that instead. Zahid,
6 points difference.
yep. Oh, turnover, and he's on the floor. Is he okay? On the other side,
Coast to coast. Number 19.
the one whose name we can't pronounce. We were discussing it earlier. Gurkri,
Gurkari. Gurki. I think
Gurkri.
Gurkari. Yeah. I think we're gonna get like a lot of bad comments. Pardon us because we really got this name list at the very last minute.
Yes,
We
we're
don't even know who's inside the team and everything. Yeah, so we got it literally this afternoon.
Yeah, and the thing is, NYP don't have names on the back of their jerseys, right?
Yeah.
So that's why mistakes like the Christopher or Michael can happen. Whereas, you know, like Zahid, his name is very long, but if his jersey says Zahid, I'm gonna call him Zahid. So Amiru signals that he wants to call for horns, and here comes the double screen. Gets all the way to the hoop, but
Oh, it's a charge.
Oh.
I think it must be an illegal screen if I'm not wrong. Yes. Right.
I don't know about that. Didn't look very illegal to me. You know, I mean it wasn't like he was screening very hard, but okay, it's the second foul. No one's in foul trouble just yet. Ambitious pass to Shafi, but he manages to get it.
The no-look pass is a bit too much, I think, unnecessary.
I know it's his signature, but you know, at that time, it went to the defender, and it nearly kind of accidentally went in, right? Because it's deflected off his hand.
Okay, no good from the three-point line again.
Well, I'll put it this way: he's the first year. I think the teammates are not used to that no-look pass of his yet. Right. I think if you look at when Shafi was at Sus Cottage last year, I think earlier on the year there were turnovers from teammates not being ready for the no-look pass. But as the year goes on, like people get used to it.
I think it still takes a lot of like practice, the chemistry to see this no-look pass.
Yeah. Zahid, trying to go straight
inside
to the basket, but
we have Michael coming back.
I mean, credit to him, he got the shot off against 2 defenders that time, but it was just bad luck that it rolled out. It looked good. Akiyama is gonna go. That's
Amiru takes 3. Oh, he
Cashes
did!
it.
Extending the point to 8 points difference.
Okay. Zahid still trying to go to the basket. Oh, floater works this time. That's one thing, he does switch his plays around when something doesn't work.
I think that's what we call the all-rounder player. He's playing from the bottom, but running, shooting at threes like a forward. Oh, off the glass.
You think he called bank for that? It was a very high arcing shot.
Number 4, Akiyama.
3 points is 3 points. Oh. Shafi being forced to the sideline and stepped on it before he was able to make the pass.
That's a very good stop ball.
Yeah,
if you don't stop him, he's just going to dash all the way and slice into the basket. So they see a need to stop him first.
Yeah, but that he typically chooses to pass, right, rather than finish.
So it's 3 off
I don't know
target.
why NYP is still going for the 3s or that long pass ahead. A little bit risky and well, at least they got it back, right? So possession is still with Singapore Poly.
Right, number 7, Wu Zhenling. Number 9, he now on the court.
It's a bit of a mismatch, size mismatch there, height mismatch, I would say.
Oh, breaks it out. Number 7 from SP.
Cashes it. Yeah. Jesus. I don't know.
Jita.
Is it?
Hey, Jita.
I'm just going to call him Jizza. Like from the Wu-Tang Clan. Okay, I think the kids don't know who Wu-Tang Clan is, right?
Oh, missed the leg. The rebound. Kicks it away.
Manages to keep it under control. Hands his back. Jizza. Shafi. Tricky over the head pass.
Yes.
Zahid. Finally, we get one highlight play. All the tricky passes that get converted into a shot. Meanwhile, Kyron loses the ball on his way to the hoop, but still manages to, gain enough control of it to put the shot up.
Right, going to be 2 free throws to Karan.
Well, it's 3:49 left of the third quarter. It's only a 4-point game. All right, 5-point game now. Is it going to be 6-point game? Yes. Kyron sinks both his free throws. Ooh. Pretty sure that was on the sideline. Yes. Ball back with Singapore Poly. They kind of Shafi, another 3. I think this is the third one of this night. SP bench are pretty happy with that. Surprisingly subdued crowd now. I mean, we've got quite a number of spectators watching, but
Because you shift around, right? The online people see your shifting.
Another moving screen.
Again, I say, stop talking.
The ref is calling it on Michael this time. He's not very convinced that that deserved the foul call. But he's wisely chosen to walk away from the ref and not argue with him. Tian screens for Zahid that kicks it out to Shafi. Back-to-back threes. The usually expressionless Shafi looks mildly pleased with that outcome. Kyron, answer ball. Right back at you. Still a three-point game. Zahid looked like he might want to join the party. Heat check. Oh, no, that's getting a reaction from the crowd. Not only was that a heat check, that was the equalizer shot. So what's Kyron going to do in response? Goes to the hoop, kicks it out to the side. Michael's ready, but they give it to number 7. Pull up. Tian dishes it to Zahid and gives SP the lead for the first time in the game. Less than 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Akiyama hands it off to Kyron. Almost. Still NYP ball. Amir's back on the floor. So asking for a screen. Here comes Michael. Doesn't quite roll quick enough. They hand it to the corner shooter. Michael with the rebound. Wasn't able to. Zahid. Ooh, light touch. Avoids the NYP defense.
They are taking the lead now. The table has turned for the very first time from three-quarter.
So Kyron going to the basket. Oh, that's a goal 10.
Goal 10. But that's what I'm saying. It's just too tall.
Yeah. And he's bouncy as well. And actually, do you think that shot was going to go in? It actually didn't look like it was necessarily going to go in, right? So he's just giving them the 2 points now. So Shafi to Tian's little hop step. Cases out the pain, decides to come out. What's the call there? Out of bounds play?
The ball still goes back to SP. So Kiran very near.
Alright.
Open up the stretch.
Okay. Jizza gives it to Tian. Bully ball. Well, he's matched up against Michael though. It's a tough matchup. Kyron thinks about it. Gives it to Amiru. Akiyama. Jerky. And one. That's a tough layup. But he had enough control right at the end. Goes to the line. So this free throw is going to decide if there's going to be a lead change. Nope, they're still tied. Kyron with the hustle ball. Couldn't get the ball to Akiyama, was camped under the basket just then. So Amiru looks for options. He set a screen for Kyron. It's completely open. Goes with the buzzer beater, but doesn't quite get it. This foul call. 2 2 shots will be given to Singapore Poly because NYP have maxed out the number of team fouls. Giselle doesn't make use of the opportunity. Ball's a little bit off to the side. Sinks it this time. Michael inbounds to Amiru. They're trapping the 3/4 court. Amiru manages to get open. Akiyama has enough time to toss up the shot, but it's nowhere near the basket. So, at the end of the 3rd quarter, Singapore Poly are leading by 1 point. They haven't led in the game until the 3rd quarter. So, while they took a little while to settle in fact, they started with an 11-0. They were trailing 11-0 in the 1st quarter, but it's taken them that long to get into the game. Let's see what they have for us in the 4th quarter. We're about to start the 4th quarter. It looks like Singapore Poly have gone back to their starters. Nanyang Poly though are a different group. They have Akiyama at the top of the key, slashing, dishes it off to Michael, who's not expecting that dish. Kyron pulls up. Shafi manages to get the loose ball. Finds Josh under basket. Patient, fakes this guy and makes the basket. Akiyama with a bit of a sloppy pass to Amiru. Sloppy in the sense that, it wasn't well timed and he's been called for a backcourt violation. Ball is going to Singapore Poly now with 3 points ahead. Shafi looking like he was about to throw up an alley-oop to Zahid. Michael to Kyron. That finish was a little bit I guess indecisive is what it looked like. Couldn't tell whether it's going to be a floater or he's going to use the bank shot. Tien doesn't manage to secure the rebound, and so it's NYP ball from the baseline. Deciding what to run. Amiru curls out to the corner. They find Christopher under the basket. Easy 2 points. Tien drives into heavy traffic and loses the ball. Gurpreet spin move. Meets the long arms of number 35, Zahid. Actually, you know what? He's going to be Kevin Durant. If he's wearing number 35 and he's playing like that, he's Kevin Durant. I stand by what I said. Zahid is Kevin Durant of Singapore Polytechnic. It's at the line now. Doesn't extend the lead. They're still hanging on to a 1-point lead. Oh, that's 2 miss. Let's see if he can make up for it. Kicks it out to Shafi. Pulls up for a mid-range jump shot. Nice elevation, but the shot doesn't fall. Amul. Full speed down. Realizes he has no numbers. Pulls out. It was good hustle defense by Yijie, but just lost that little bit of control towards the end. He's been called for a foul. Both teams are at 1 foul apiece. Amirul hands it to Kyron. Kyron looking to slash but not finding a gap. Number 27, Isaac pulls up for a shot. It's pretty rushed and so it falls short. Tian brings the ball down. And Shafi has changed roles to corner camper blue. Comes up quickly. Gets to the rim, after a tricky move. Unfortunately, unable to finish. I guess the distinct move of Shafi is this quick change of pace. Well, he gets 1 out of 2. That's opening it up to a 3-point lead with 7 minutes 30 left to go. SP bench. He calls for defense. Yeah, the crowd is just surprisingly quiet. I wonder if they're just here for the next game or saving their energy for the next game. Amir weaves through traffic. Gives it to Michael. Pass is nearly deflected. Isaac tries another 3. Very flat up. Zahid using that length to just get to the basket off a pass from Shafi that was nowhere near the basket. But I guess his 2 steps can cover a lot of distance. Amiru drives baseline, kicks it out. Raphael, yes, and Michael gets the tip back, the putback. Zahid loses the handle, and Raphael, missed open layup, but well, he gets an assist. Shafi weaves through traffic, finishes on the left. So, they've managed to keep the lead for a long time, but they haven't been able to extend it. It's still a 3-point lead. Kyron looking at options. Meanwhile, Raphael gets called for an offensive foul with a rather solid screen that sends his defender flying. I'd say I'm pretty convinced that didn't really look like a flop, but Tian looking for options. Zahid couldn't quite get past the 2 defenders. I think the combination of Gurpreet and Michael are pretty tough to beat. So Zahid showing off his footwork there, but that shot didn't fall. Let's see what Kyron gives us. Stays low, is thinking about it, pulls up. Not a good shot.
They must be feeling a lot of pressure now because NYP trying to move it around, they are the chasing one.
Yeah. But I don't know, the sense of urgency isn't quite there yet. I mean, it's only a 3-point game and there's 5 minutes to go. But let's
Big
see.
screen from the side.
Kicks it out. Zahid, so they're actually closing in on Zahid effectively, but he's finding his touch now, right? If you think back to the first quarter and now, I think he's found a lot more confidence. Because they do close out on him quite well. I mean, the combination of Michael and number 19, whoa. Again, it's long arms that time.
Zahid snatched away the ball.
I know, he just plucked it out of the air, right?
Yeah.
Wait, so what does this mean for NYP in terms of the standings?
They are actually not in the run for the championship. They are just in the run for the position
To go to IVP,
yeah, to go to
right?
IVP.
Yeah. Wait, so it's a must win for them, right? But I mean, I'm looking at the points now.
Actually, it isn't.
Yeah.
It isn't. They are going in.
They are going in regardless, right?
Yes.
So in a way,
I think it's more of a fight for the pride.
yeah. Right? Yeah, because as of today, supposedly SP are at 4 points and NYP are at 6. So even if SP wins today, they can't actually knock anyone out.
Yeah,
So
but
basically, it's
you can look at the replay. Zahid just smashing it in. I think why have they been losing? That's the whole thing. It is such a good performance today against the NYP, but if you look at the standings, they did not actually win any game.
yeah.
So the question is why? It came out so late, only at the very last night, and they
Maybe
started to
that's
perform.
just how long they took to kind of find their rhythm, right? I mean, it's like what we were saying, like it took Zahid all the way to the fourth quarter to really kind of, just open up all the firepower that he's got.
Yeah.
Maybe this is how long they've taken.
I was from SP as well,
Okay.
playing IBP, so yeah, I would say SP hasn't been doing very good throughout the years,
Really?
even for my time. Right, hey guys, if you guys from SP or my teammate last time, I know some of you might be watching
Yeah,
this.
I don't know what generation you are, but
I'm the long generation.
wait, was Derek Al your teammate? He was from SP as well.
Who's Derek?
He's in his 40s now.
No.
He's very crafty. He's a crafty guy. Right.
Oh, Derek? No, he wasn't.
His nickname is Xiao Hei.
No. Yeah, when you say, I know who is Xiao Hei, I just don't know who is Derek.
Yeah, he was from SP as well, right?
No,
So
he's my senior. Yes,
okay. So I would imagine that, in his day, SP would have been a good team. I don't know.
Maybe.
I mean,
My time was.
he was a good player, so it depends on whether he had a good supporting cast or not.
Right, Mr. Gary Cole, if you are watching this.
So the SPOGs, right?
Yeah, SPOGs.
But hey, I mean, it could be that they're just all a bunch of first years, right? So what we have to see is, how SP does next year. All right, this doesn't look good. Shafi looks like he's kind of limping off the court. Did you see what happened? Is it just like a cramp or something? Hope it's nothing serious, but he's kind of giving the thumbs up to someone.
He just needs to rest.
I think he just needs a minute. Maybe it's a cramp. Well, the team medic is getting a spray, and they're just spraying well, he's getting up again. Well, that was quick. Whatever that magic spray is, because he's got a band around his knee, which is the band that you put for a jumper's knee.
So last 4 minutes of the game, 73 to 68. Regardless what happened, I think NYP is going to advance. Oh, NYP, NYP?
No, okay, so RP and IT at the top of the table now with 8 points, right? But so if NYP get the 2 points today, they're at 8, but NP had 7. So NYP and TP are tied for 6.
A mistake by Zahid. I think he thought that there was a teammate right beside him, so he just slips. The ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, this is not the time to be making mistakes. I mean, the 5-point lead is not that much, right? 3 minutes is a lot. And with Shafi sitting on the bench getting his knee sprayed on. Okay, Akiyama to Michael, Kyron, thinking about it. Ooh. Zahid passes it ahead. Oh, there you go. Put back is good. 7-point lead. Yeah, so NYP have had a bit of a, I don't know, a bit of a scoring drought. And there's a turnover there. Right, because they've been kind of settling for outside shots the last few possessions, and it's just not falling. Yeah, I think having Tian on the floor is making a difference, right? Because I think they were pretty dominant when there's like Michael doing all the low post work just then.
I think he's the only matchup to Michael.
Yeah. And so they've kind of taken that option away from NYP now, but here we go, Amiru. Goes at full speed to the basket. So that trap was not successful. NYP are called for a foul.
5 points difference. SP leading. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left.
Yeah, meanwhile, Shafi's still getting his knees looked at.
So Chito.
Well, it's the last game of the season for them.
They were good for the first one. Trying to go for a second.
Cashes that. 6 points. Now let's see, who are the shooters on the floor here? They've got number 5, Nash. Screens for Kyron.
Just handles a little bit, try to go for the shot, no good. Pass back. Akiyama. Oh, blocks away by Zahid. It's too long.
He's wearing number 35. Okay, so it's Kevin Durant. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right?
All right.
I mean, we were deciding between, and then I noticed that his number is 35. Come on.
Is he wearing KD?
No,
No,
he's not.
it's Anthony Edwards shoes.
Okay. No, I mean, but who else is number 35, right?
That makes sense.
Alright. We've got number 3 from Singapore Poly. Oh, Josh takes a bit of a bump on the way to the basket. Number 3, Tan Zixuan. Back on the floor for Singapore Poly. Short. He's not very happy about that.
What does it mean if, let's say, they lost today? I think regardless, if they're going to win or they're going to lose, NYP is going to get 7 points. RP is 8.
Yeah.
So if IT wins later, they're going to get 9.
Yep. So
No, they're going to get 10.
yeah.
So 10 and 10, 8, 8. Regardless, NP and RP is going to advance. So this match, NYP has to win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
You're right. It's inconsequential for SP, but NYP has to win. Oh, Kyron.
Right. That
Clutch bucket.
Right. The alley layup. Alley layup.
Yeah, so let's say if SP wins this, all that happens is they will tie with TP, Temasek Poly. Right, Temasek Poly have 6, and they're not playing tonight, right? So they stay at 6.
No. If NYP going to win, they're going to get 8. Today,
Yeah.
if they win.
Yeah, that's right.
They get an 8.
So they tie with RP, because RP is not playing today as well,
Yeah,
right? So
so-
the two teams that aren't here are RP and Temasek Poly.
Right. We'll leave it to the officials from NP as a hosting to get all the points correct and then let us know. But all we know that NYP has to win this game
Yeah.
in order to get a chance to be at the advance to the IBP.
Yeah, that's right.
Great rebound by the NYP.
So the top 3 teams advance, right? Only 3, not 4. Is that right? Yeah, so if we look
Giants
at it,
come in.
it's going to be... Yeah, it looks like it'll be RP, IT, and NANYANG. Kyron,
To Michaels. All the way down.
Michael.
Take 3. Oh, no good. They shouldn't be taking
Oh,
threes
yeah.
now, right? Just get the 2s, go for defense, get one more, get it tied.
you're right. I mean, it's only a 4-point game,
Yeah, it's
but
only 4 games. There's no need for a 3 now. I mean, unless you are already open.
and we were saying before as well, I think so
took
far,
away.
SP does have a bit of advantage when it comes to the rebounds. Oh, Zahi with another putback after EJ missed his layup.
They got to
They're
really,
face marking Kyron now.
right. They got to really look at Zahid, especially when it comes to the rebound, where he is, box him out.
Yep. Yeah, but it's definitely a mismatch there, right? Because they've got number 5 Nash on him. Yeah, definitely Tian as a matchup is a big difference maker.
No, it calls for a charge. It is a charge to NYP. The possession goes back to SP with 41 seconds left. 6 points difference. They call for a charge.
I mean, there have been so many offensive fouls called on NYP. I was looking at it earlier, right? And in fact, I think one of them, I forget who, like after he set the screen, it's almost he was looking at the ref, was like, I'm good, right? I'm good. Because they were called for so many like moving screens.
Okay, Amiru is fouled out. 5 fouls and he's out of the game.
Oh, wow.
I think that was a lot of just not very contented and not very pleased with the call.
Yeah. Wait, so who have they got replacing Amiru?
So NYP now has full team foul. Any foul will go to the line for SP.
Yep.
This is not doing great for NYP now. With 40 seconds,
Yep.
7 points.
Joven comes into the game. Let's see what can Kyron do. He pulls up for a 3. That one looked like he was going for a bank, but it was just short. Arc is a little bit too high. See if they can convert this. Oh, come on. Oh, is that he got the rebound?
I told you. You really need to, when the rebound is there, take a look at the back. Where is Zahid coming from?
Oh, there's Zahid, but I think he's let's not revert back to the first quarter performance where he was getting a whole lot of offensive rebounds without converting them to points.
Accepting it. Right, and here we go. So as we took the first game, I think the only game they have won, 81-73, very unexpected. What you gotta say? So I think now the table is just so, again, it's in the shuffle.
Yep.
Right, and if it's
we have
gonna
a
be,
game to think about it.
yeah, if it's gonna be top 3, yeah, I would say NYP.
Is it out?
Yeah, out really. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
they're out. Yeah, so it's basically
right. So
it's basically RP, NP, and ITE.
Correct. So let's stay tuned. We're gonna change, follow up by I would say the more championship match, ITE versus NANYANG Poly, the IT combined. Okay.
Yeah.
The promotion that we have been talking about is going to be Colin and EJ, the two rock star from HOB,
I
head to head.
think that's who the crowd are here to see because look at this
Definitely.
crowd here. I mean, there's the standing room only. I mean, like basically hardly any standing room, and they were very quiet in the last game, so
Right.
they didn't sound like they were invested in it. I think they're here to see, EJ versus Colin.
Right, so we're going to take a quick break and we're going to restart. So stay tuned. If you haven't downloaded the KOTC basketball app, all your friends haven't downloaded, so quickly ask them to download because the live is at the homepage of the KOTC basketball app.
Yeah, and
Google
the-
Store, App Store, you can find
it's
it.
no point coming down live now. There's no room
Yeah,
for anyone
exactly.
else.
Right.
I mean, if you come down now, you can't see any. You'll get a much better view from the live stream.
Right, we'll see you in a short while. Peace out.